Hi there, I've just done a new hypnosis for you to listen to on my channel. If you're struggling with any type of addiction, compulsion, or craving, then this is going to be for you. And it's really around how we feel because the real reason why we turn to a substance or an addictive behavior or we give into a compulsion is because we're trying to change a feeling that we have inside. Now, the feeling might be something like frustration, boredom, stress, anxiety. Maybe we're trying to keep our thoughts away from things that have happened in the past. We're feeling depressed. And, or perhaps just it's a normal time of day when we do something like when we would normally open that bottle of wine up. And if we don't, our brain hates a vacuum, so it's going to say, "Oh, you've got to have a glass of wine now," and it's going to create this feeling in the body. But really, that feeling in your body is just a sensation, and a sensation is just a sensation in the body, and it's not inherently good or bad. It's how you choose to label it that really determines how hard it is for you to cope with. So, to give you an example of this, very often um, people will get anxiety and they might get their stomach flipping over a little bit and their heart might beat very fast. And those two symptoms are going to label as being quite fearful. It's something that they want to avoid, and they're doing everything they can to stop feeling anxious and panicky. But if they just sat with feelings, they probably would just go away anyway without them doing anything to them. And those feelings are going to be the same sort of feelings that somebody might get on a roller coaster ride. Now, I don't like roller coaster rides. Going to be honest, I label them as bad. So I would get my heart would race, my stomach would flip, but I could be sat next to someone who absolutely loves roller coaster rides, and they're going to get the same symptoms in their body, but they're going to label them as excitement. Or, if someone is very panicky, that fast heartbeat on itself might be enough for them to think, oh gosh, I'm going to die. This is really bad. I can't cope with this. Um, Yet, who's ever worried about a fast beating heart when they're having an orgasm? No, we label that as something completely different, don't we? So, really, if we can just learn to notice that we've got a sensation inside the body, that maybe we've got this dull aching feeling somewhere, or we've got this agitated feeling, and we can kind of think about what the feeling is but without labeling it, so we can notice I've got this kind of fluttery feeling in my chest. Then if we can just sit with that feeling for a while and just notice it without kind of labeling it good or bad, then actually the feeling will very often go away. Um, at some point in our lives, we've been taught to avoid bad feelings. As a child, we were taught not to cry. It was, don't cry, particularly boys don't cry, or here, have a sweetie, it's all okay. Um, but life isn't like that. Our emotions are there for a reason. We are going to get some bad emotions from time to time. What we see very often now is children are bored, so the parent gives them the phone to play with, or put the telly on for them. We're always looking for a shortcut to entertain our brains, to stop us from feeling stressed or bored in some way. And actually, if you're trying to overcome any type of addictive behavior, then what you really need to do is learn to sit with uncomfortable feelings. And that way you can learn to ride out those cravings. And when things aren't going right in life, when things are stressful for you, you're not going to be reaching for your behavior or your substance to try and get rid of that feeling for you. So take a listen to it, get curious about your feelings, start to begin to notice that you can experience these sensations that you used to label as uncomfortable, and just notice they are just sensations. And you just kind of pay them attention. Um, Ask yourself, what is this trying to tell me? You might get some answers from that. So enjoy this track.